Hey, it's Ask Mr. Hasquin, a question day. You can ask me any question and I'll answer it. All you got to do is raise your hand. Kyle's coming in here, and I've been waiting for this one. I knew it would show up sooner or later, but JFK assassination. So, hey, Kyle, I'm just going to assume that you appreciate a good conspiracy theory, and so you bring up, the classic one. Was JFK assassinated by the CIA because he wanted to dismantle the CIA? It's probably one of the more talked about conspiracy theories in American history, so let's see what I can come up with. Well, November 22nd of 1963, President John F. Kennedy is assassinated in Dallas, Texas. The Warren Commission concluded that a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, fired 3 shots from the Texas School Book Depository building. That led to Kennedy's death. But from the very beginning, people questioned what had happened. So the angle of the shots, the magic bullet, the fact that Oswald was killed just 2 days later by a guy named Jack Ruby. The whole thing felt just a little too convenient. So the CIA theory. So here's the conspiracy theory. So JFK reportedly said he wanted to, I think it was, splinter the CIA into thousands of pieces and scatter it to the winds, especially after the whole fiasco with the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. JFK was furious with the CIA's leadership and actually fired Director Allen Dulles, who ironically later served on the Warren Commission that investigated JFK's death. Some theorists believe JFK was trying to reel in the military-industrial complex that Eisenhower had warned everyone about. That he was trying to end the Cold War and trying to prevent a full-scale war in Vietnam. And that really put him at odds with some very powerful interests, including the CIA. So the theory goes, the CIA saw him as a threat and orchestrated his assassination, covering it up by blaming Oswald, making him the patsy. He may have been a pawn. He may have even been a former asset of the CIA. Now, here's the thing. Over 90% of the JFK assassination files have been declassified. A lot points to Oswald acting alone. But there are still some redactions and withheld documents, which just adds more fuel to the conspiracy fire here. So you add to that, there's also the House Select Committee on Assassinations from the late 1970s. They concluded that there was a probable conspiracy, though they didn't prove that the CIA was involved. And the CIA, of course, has denied any involvement, obviously, but their track record isn't necessarily clean. They've been tied to coups, covert operations, political manipulation around the world. So people find it easy to believe that the CIA would be involved. Now, what's likely? We still don't know everything, but with so many inconsistencies and so much secrecy, it's not wild to think that more than one person or agency was involved. Does that mean it was the CIA? Not definitively. But you're not crazy to ask the question. Conspiracy theories really have the opportunity to grow where truth is unclear and where institutions are distrusted. And the JFK assassination is like this perfect storm of both. Do I believe that the CIA did it? I can't say for sure. But I understand why people think they might have. And until all the files are open, we're just going to be left wondering. So anyway, thanks, Kyle. Let's throw this one on the pile of the conspiracies that have come forward. Thanks for asking the question.